to another episode of Metagram with JLE, L.L.C, where we treat you like family. That's the theme song, Detroit Love, from my first album, the JLE Experience. I own the music and copyright. Don't mute nothing Facebook. Always got to say that. Got another amazing guest for everybody today. We have the author, speaker, CEO, and founder of the Queen Collaborative. Make sure I say it right. Dr. Kordilia Noble.
That is correct. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity.
Awesome. I appreciate you for sharing your journey. First question, what led you to this path?
What led me to this path? I would have to say my one simple thing, my determination. Determination for success is what led me on the path that I'm on now. I am a first generation graduate. My parents who had high school diplomas, they didn't go to any colleges, things of that nature, of course, in their time. Graduating from high school and working in a factory for 30 years and receiving your pension was their goal. That was their generation and their time. So seeing my parents, working in foundries and coming home, and my mother, with the big steel toe boots and things of that nature, working on grinding. So I saw a lot, with my parents working in foundries, but I knew from what I saw that was not a path that I wanted to take. I knew that my parents couldn't help me as far as with the college route, because neither one of them attended college. So, they didn't have that background and experience to support me in that way. I also knew that I did not want to go to the military, because at that time, going to the military was just not my thing. And honestly, I was afraid to go to the military. Women in the military, you don't hear that very often, even now. But even back then, I was afraid to go to the military. So I said, I didn't want to go into the foundry. I knew that I did not want to go to the military. So I said, hey, I have to go to school. I have to figure out this route. I have to learn how to navigate the system on my own. And that's what I did. My first school that I attended was Baker College in Muskegon. Because I'm originally from the west side of the state, the Muskegon, Grand Rapids area, born and raised on the west side of the state. So, going to Baker College and just trying to navigate financial aid, trying to navigate, registering for classes, ordering books, things of that nature. So my simple, determination for success, and definitely not wanting to go the same route that my parents did, is really how I, got to the path that I'm on today.
Okay. That sounds like you always want to do a little more different than what your parents did before you. What is the Queen Collaborative?
The Queen Collaborative is a program which is actually derived from my book that I've written, A Study of Leadership Development, Self-Efficacy, and Career Readiness Among African American Black Women. So the Queen Collaborative is derived from that book. Based upon my research and my studies, I found out that Black women, in order for them to be successful, they need mentorship, they need leadership development opportunities, they need that type of support. And I said, I wanted to be able to do more, than what I was doing currently. So I said, I wanted to come up with a program that would be able to support Black women. And what I did was, as being a graduate of the Cornerstone program of Leadership Oakland, I actually pretty much submitted a proposal to their board, which went through a whole year process and approval, and they agreed to collaborate with me on this Queen Collaborative program. And pretty much what it is a 6-week virtual program for Black women. It teaches the basics and the foundations and the principles of entrepreneurship and leadership.
Mm-hmm.
And we just concluded our first cohort this past fall. We had 11 women to participate. And it was just phenomenal. The value that was brought to these women from the presenters was just amazing. I have some wonderful presenters that are working with me on this collaborative as well. And, all of those women they hold a dear place in my heart. I've met them along my path and my journey. And when God gave me the idea to do the Queen Collaborative, I knew exactly who I wanted to actually instruct the different topics for each week. So it has been a success thus far. And we're looking forward to the spring session of the Queen Collaborative that'll take place in April. April 20th will be the first day through May 25th. So, of course, for any women who are interested, they can reach out to me for more information. But we're looking forward to that and continuing to deposit those jewels into the crowns of Black women.
That's awesome, man. We got a first person chiming in. Teammate Gina. Hey, I'm in Grand Rapids.
Yes. Hi, Gina. Hi, Gina. Grand Rapids, Muskegon. That's my area. All my stomping grounds.
Okay. Now, what is Dr. K's Executive Essentials LLC?
Dr. K's Executive Essentials is my small business. I am the CEO and founder, of course, of Dr. K's Executive Essentials LLC. And pretty much what that is, it's a consulting firm. I do consulting. I do project management. I do business development as well. Underneath the umbrella of Dr. K's Executive Essentials LLC. I also do public speaking. I actually spoke this past summer at the Department of Employment Services in Washington, D.C., relative to engaging women of color, re-engaging them into the workforce after the pandemic. So that was a great opportunity as well. So that's what my business entails.
Okay, got a few more responses. Got Kimia Scott, sounds like a great initiative. Got another one from Gina again. How can we get involved?
Yes. Thank you so much. The Queen Collaborative, I believe that's what you're probably speaking of. It's a wonderful, wonderful initiative. Like I said, for Black women, especially now after the pandemic. I know in the media, they're calling the fact that a lot of individuals have not gone back to work, especially women, because they were the hardest hit throughout the pandemic. And we all know that. We saw the disparities throughout the pandemic, especially for women and children. And the media calls it the Great Resignation. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
They call it the Great Resignation. But, what they don't inform the general public is, individuals may have left their jobs. However, they went on to better jobs and they don't report that. But, what I call it is the Great Refocus. They call it the Great Resignation. I call it the Great Refocus. And the reason I call it the Great Refocus is because I feel that individuals are now refocusing their energy and their lives on things that better serve them and their families. Throughout the pandemic, they found out how, employers were not a true support, of their family system, whether or not they have opportunities for childcare, for women, if they don't have the benefits that the employees need. It could be that they're not paying the employees what they should be paying them based upon their education, their background, and their experience. So, throughout the pandemic, all of this has come out. Individuals are saying now we want to make sure that we're utilizing our energy in the best way possible. And the way that I had been utilizing my energy is not it. That is not it. So now what I want to do is I want to work on some things that's going to be better for
Mm-hmm.
myself and my family. And definitely, I think entrepreneurship is one of those avenues. I think entrepreneurship is really, really big right now. Individuals
Yeah.
interested in starting their own companies, utilizing their own skills, their own resources, things of that nature. So that way they will be able to have, that sustainability. They will be able to have, and build that legacy for their families. So that's another reason why, having the Queen Collaborative, it's very timely, and specifically a lot of people ask me, why is it just for Black women? Why, can't we have other, ethnicities, as well? So I'm like, okay, well,
Oh,
based upon my research,
yeah.
without me
Okay.
getting too technical,
Uh-huh.
specifically for Black women, they are the most disadvantaged compared to any other ethnicity. They're
True.
the most disadvantaged, okay, compared to any ethnicity, which is the reason why I focus on Black women. I am a Black woman, so I can understand a lot of the different, challenges that Black women have to face. So this is my way that I choose to give back to the community, depositing into Black women. And of course, I enjoy it. I do my best to uplift and support Black women, and I feel that that is my life's purpose.
Okay, we got some hot takes over here, so I'm gonna go with this one with Gina. You gotta do something with that. So you might need to put that great refocus on some merchandise. And Miss
Yes,
Scott, she love it. So she
great
agreed.
idea. The great refocus. It's the great
Okay, hey,
refocus.
get that on the shirt, might as well. And Gina says, yeah, they are just resigning from their garbage. There's something else they
Absolutely.
care more about. It's no
That's
hold
right.
on.
There is something more that, they care more about. And, and it came out throughout the pandemic.
Shout out
You
to
know,
everybody
it,
commenting so far.
it came out throughout the pandemic, so those are all good things. Those are all good things. And I think that, even though I know that, we lost a lot of lives throughout the pandemic, and there's a lot of difficulties and things that happened throughout the pandemic. However, there was some good that came out of it as well, if you want to consider it some good. There was some new innovation, that definitely came out of the pandemic. And then, of course, individuals who, of course, are now more focused and have a more driven mindset about repurposing their energy and leaving a legacy for their families. And that's a wonderful thing.
I'm one of them because I'm doing this.
Exactly. See, there you go. Case in point. Case in point. There you go.
You couldn't tell me this 5 years ago. You be meeting all these people doing the show. Like, what?
Exactly. 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 Fantastic.
And it's awesome. Now let's go to the main event. You're a fellow author.
Mhm.
What inspired you to write your book, A Study of Leadership Development?
A study of leadership development. I know it's a long title. A study of leadership development, self-efficacy, and career readiness among African American Black women. I was inspired to write this book based upon, my own personal experiences. My own personal experiences throughout my career, throughout my life. I've had some really, really good jobs, throughout my career. And I've prepared myself with my education and skill sets, things of that nature, because I always wanted to excel, move up the career ladder, excel, leave a legacy for my children, making sure that I'm setting the tone, making sure that I'm being a good example, for others. So that's always been my goal. But what I also found was that throughout my career, I was applying for positions that I was very well qualified for, that I could definitely, be a stellar performer in those roles. However, there was an issue with upward mobility. It seems like I was applying for positions I was qualified for, but I was never promoted. I was never promoted. So, and I began to ask the question why. At first I was thinking, well, maybe it's just something to do with me. Maybe it's just me, because you will start to think that. Then maybe it's just you. Maybe there's something that you're lacking. But then you started to speak to some friends and family. I started to speak to some Black women. I started speaking to Caucasian women, just to kind of see where there were some differences. I'm trying to figure out what is going on. And what I found was that in regards to career progression, Black women are looked at differently. They're looked at differently relative to career progression. And I talk a lot about that in my book. I talk about the glass ceiling, which we all know what that entails. I also talk about self-efficacy. I talk about mentorship. Throughout my career, I've always requested of others to be my mentors. I've requested Black women. I've requested white women. I've even requested, African-American males that were in higher level professional roles. And I saw them as being able to add value to my life. They're very wise. They know the ropes, things of that nature. And I really felt that they could really teach me something. I could be a student and learn these things so I could be able to elevate. And all of those individuals that I did ask to be my mentor did not oblige. They did not want to be my mentor. So that impacted me in a way to where now, I make sure that I'm able to mentor young Black women because I lacked a mentor throughout my, career progression. So I want to make sure that I'm giving back to the community by mentoring other women as well, with whatever it is that they need. They may need a sounding board. They may need some suggestions. If I need to reach out to, my colleagues and, for resources, for the young woman, that's what I'm going to do to help them become successful.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's where the book comes from. That's where the book comes from. And not only is it for, for Black women, for them to be able to, find out some things that they can do in order to make them career ready for those higher level roles, but it's also for the employer as well. When we're talking about those DEI initiatives, because a lot of times organizations talk about those and it sounds really good. It looks good on paper, but of course, we know implementation is a whole nother ball game. We know that. Yeah. It's a whole nother ball game. But they talk about DEI all the time. So now I'm like, okay, what are you doing to support your DEI initiatives? As an employer, we don't want, them to just hire, people of color just so they can check mark a box.
Nah.
That is not.
We want fair opportunity. We don't want
exactly. We want a fair opportunity, but however, we know that's what's being done. Yeah. We know that's what's being done. Okay, so we want to make sure that these employers are implementing the DEI, effectively across the board for everyone. So this book is not only for the Black woman, but it's also for the employer, and as I've stated before, it is also for any person who supports the upward mobility of mankind in general.
Okay. Now you have thought about being a lawyer, you got a little spice in you over there.
Listen.
You're not getting after it.
I almost went to law school.
My spice just ain't off. It ain't off.
You're not too far off. You're not too far off.
I'm like, you got that spice like, look here, you're going to be off the bit.
Yeah, you're not too far off.
I feel it. I feel the energy. You got some heavy hitters on the cover of that book, which is pretty awesome.
Yes. That was, inspirational. I wanted to make sure that the book reflects, Black women. If you notice on the cover of my book, You know, there's various types of Black women. There are different shades, different shapes, you know, different skin tones. There's a method behind my madness with that.
Okay.
You know, although we are all women, we're all different. Okay. We all have, you know, different situations, different challenges that we're dealing with. However, we're all women. Okay. And at some point in our careers, we have dealt with, you know, the glass ceiling. Okay. We've dealt with, you know, mentorship, whether good, bad, or the ugly. Okay. You know, we've also dealt with, you know, self-efficacy issues, questioning that maybe we're not the best for a role, the best for a position. What's wrong with me? You know, those types of things. You know, so even though, you know, like I said, we're all women, we all have those different challenges that we deal with. So in some way, shape, or form, we can all relate with one another. And of course, these are all some powerful women that are on the book. So you know, it also shows that, you know, those women, even throughout those different challenges that they may have dealt with, they were still able to overcome them. And now look at them.
Yeah, they worldwide.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, you just got that, man. Now I know you might get critical arena one day. I don't know, man. I'm just like you about that business, about that action. You ain't playing.
Listen. You have to be. You have to be. You know, you have to be about it. You really do. You really do. And especially, you know, I'm hoping that you can really see, you can really feel and hear my passion, you know, that I have for this topic. And like I said, I feel that this is really my life's purpose, you know, is to give back to the community in a great way and support Black women.
Yeah, and I can definitely understand it with the feeling marginalized, because when I was a custodian in Wayne State, I applied for supervisor umpteen times. Was going to my business school. Like, wait a minute. Okay, I've been here 20 years.
Listen.
I have a business degree. I can't get a look. And I ain't gonna lie, it cooked my grip. I ain't gonna lie.
See, see, we're here. Yeah, we're here.
Because I'm like, you know, what God got for you is for you.
That's right.
That's what I roll with now. And
that's right.
I'm on that hardest working room every day because you could do this if you was given that.
That's right. That's right. So that's right. And then, you know, and the same thing, you know, even with your situation, you know, everything happens for a reason. That's the way I feel. I'm a spiritual person. You know, everything happens for a reason. You know, there are seasons for everything, you know, and sometimes, you know, that season, it might be a learning season, you know, for you. It might be a season that, you know, you might have to sit down somewhere. It might be that season. You know what I'm saying? But you always want to remember, if there is a door that is not open, it doesn't mean that you are lacking. It could mean that that is not the door for you. And if that's not the door for you, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm Bible study on Friday. Preach.
Yes. That's okay. That's not your door. That is not your door. And that's okay.
And when your time comes, go hard.
What is for you will be for you. What is for you will be for you. And no one can stop that.
Nah, because when that water faucet start overflowing, like, I ain't expecting boo. Oh.
Yeah, what is for you is for you.
Stay ready. You ain't gotta get ready, because when God says your time, don't be scared.
Don't
Step
be
up
scared.
to the door and dunk on them. Break the backboard. Let them know.
That's right. That's right. When that door opens, you have to be ready to walk through it. You have to be ready to walk through it.
Got to. That is so key. You got people that watch things that happen, let things happen, or make things happen.
That's right.
You should be making things happen, because you're going to get your opportunity.
That's right. That's right. And another thing too is, you know, we have to really get out of, you know, the flesh. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we want things a certain way. We want things to happen a certain way, when we want it to happen, how
Big
we
on
want it to happen, when we
Yeah.
want it to happen. You
I
know what
want
I'm
at 8
saying?
o'clock, not 8:01.
Right, right,
The
right,
guy looking at
right.
you last night, man, I got this truckload of goodies for you talking about 8:01. Better shut up and just open the door.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. You know, and it isn't about our timing, you know, because
Nope.
our timing may not be the right time. We might jump
Yeah.
off into something that we're not supposed to jump off into.
May not be ready for it yet.
May not be ready for it. May not be ready for it. So if that door does not open, it means again that is not your door. And right now is not the time. So everything happens for a reason. There's a season for everything.
And I can really attest to that. Me working at Wayne State at 19, I worked on a lot of older people that gave me a lot of game. So hanging around my friends, I felt like an alien because I ain't trying to hit the strip club and the bars, all that. I'm thinking 10 years down the road type stuff now.
Right.
So we ain't
Right.
on the same vibe. It
Exactly.
made me feel isolated.
Exactly.
But after I kept being in those environments and get to where I am now, I needed to be like this to move the way I'm moving now.
That's
like,
right.
Okay, now
That's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah. There's a purpose.
Everything is all connected. What you go through to get to where you need.
It's orchestrated. Everything is orchestrated. There's a reason for everything.
Now, when is release of this awesome book?
Actually, the official. This is hot off the press right now on the Jeffrey Edwards Show live for everyone who's in the sound of my voice. The official launch of my book will be December 13th, 2022 at 11 a.m. via the Tisha Hammond Pep Talk live show.
Okay, family right there. Dope.
Yes.
Had to make sure I tune in for that.
Yes. So we're planning on having an awesome time in that segment as well. And definitely, you know, for those who are interested in pre-ordering my book, we will be sharing those links in order to pre-order. Your pre-order will be the authored copy. It will be the authored copy. However, once you know, it goes for general sale on the different sites, there will not be a signature. So I would encourage you to pre-order.
Not off the press.
Pre-order. Not off the press. Pre-order and get your authored copy.
And you know what's dope about being an author? You get them deals. You want to say, well, I got a book signed. Let me get a few. Like, how much is that? Oh, let me get about 50 of them things. Let me do that. Yeah, you know, get down like this. Like, okay.
Right.
All right.
Yes. Of course. And you know, I want to be able to, you know, individuals who purchase the books, be able to bless them, you know, with the information that's, you know, that's shared there, and you know, be able to shed some insight on, you know, their career goals and things of that nature, and be able to help them grasp some things and move forward in their lives as well. So it's all about giving back to the community.
Now, have you heard of Detroit Book City?
I have.
I did a book signing that's tomorrow last year. Pretty awesome. I think they got another one around February. You might want to get in on that one. Yes.
I'm already in conversation with a couple of the different African American bookstores and other bookstores, other local libraries as well. So I will be publishing that information as well on my business page on LinkedIn, which is Dr. K's Executive Essentials, L.L.C. So follow my business page for updates and announcements, to find out where I will be for author signings, book signings, meet and greets, all of that fabulous stuff. So I would love to see some smiling faces.
Awesome, man. If you mess with the middle ground, you already know when I post on LinkedIn, everybody be on there. You're going to see latest episode, my description of who it was, and I'm trying to put all the stuff so you just click the link.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much.
I know. I'm told you, this all about rolling off the Dom Perignon, caviar, because I need that question at the end. So we're gonna give you the flowers, baby, because I need that game at the end.
All right. All right.
Now, as an author, what was your emotions and thoughts after you finished writing your book?
Whew.
That's the author talk right there. When you finish, you're like,
number one, there's a lot of emotions throughout the entire process of writing a book.
True.
Okay.
It
Not
is.
only at the end, because a lot of times individuals ask me now, what is it like to go through a doctoral program? How did you feel after you wrote your book? And I'm just honest with them. I said, hey, going through a doctoral program is like being jumped into a gang.
Wow. That's awesome.
I'm just honest. I am honest.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's a great opportunity, to definitely be able to be a part of a doctoral program, things of that nature. But it is a lot of work. There's a lot of politics in it as well.
Really?
Yes, I went through. You have to have a chair to help you throughout the process. I went through 3 different chairs.
Wow.
Throughout my process, because the chair is supposed to help you and guide you and support you throughout the process. And when you have a chair that goes against you, against your own will, that causes a problem. That causes a problem. So it's like being jumped into a gang. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of effort. And I will have to say that throughout my doctoral journey in writing my book, I quit every day, but every day I kept going.
Okay.
So if that makes any sense at all.
No,
I quit every day, but every day I kept going. And once I was able to get to the end of writing my book and go through the whole process and everything, it was just, number one, it was a huge relief. I was definitely elated that I was able to get through the process. And even in some aspects, it's almost like unbelievable.
Man.
As I sit back and I read, I'm like, I wrote that.
Yeah, mine always been I gotta be transparent for the real.
Right.
I don't want to put that in. Man, it's my business.
Exactly.
All right, so, right. Okay. All right.
Right. Exactly. So, it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. And I actually, it was because of my mother who encouraged me to complete my doctoral degree. I actually was going to stop at the master's level.
Okay.
And then my mother said, no, you only got one more level. You might as well go ahead and get your doctoral degree and just, be done with it. So, so she encouraged me to get my doctoral degree. And, you want to do anything and everything for your parents. And I love my mom, and she knows that anything she asks, I will do for her. So I said, I need to be able to get my mother at least one doctor. At least one doctor. So, I did complete that, task. And, the thing is my defense date with my doctoral presentation actually fell on her birthday.
Okay. That's cool.
It fell on her birthday. So I knew then, once my presentation and everything and the final closing of the proposal and all that fell on her birthday, I said, hey, this is exactly what I was supposed to do. This is exactly what I was supposed to do. So, with the encouragement of my mother, and she's just so elated, and she tells everybody, everybody that she talks to, her daughter's a doctor, and, she's going to start selling books soon, I'm sure.
Yeah. I see them championships on the wall behind you.
Oh, yeah. Just a few, just a couple of degrees.
I call them championship because it ain't for everybody.
Yeah, you're right. A couple of champions. Absolutely right.
You somebody. And I dropped out, went back. 23 years, like, wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I still got to get my championship belt, too. Don't put that up there, too. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But that's okay. Everybody has their own journey. It is, life is not a race. It's not a race. It's your own journey. You go at your own pace. You go at your own pace. You do what works for you. You can't sit back and look at what everybody else is doing, because you might get confused on what you should be doing. So run your race at your own pace.
Yeah, address question. What is your favorite song? Gina want to know.
What is my favorite song? Oh my goodness. The funny thing is I listen to a lot of jazz.
Okay.
I'm an old school person. I listen to a lot of jazz. I don't listen to a lot of like the hip hop music and all of that, because I don't know. I can never figure out what they're talking about.
So you know about Will Downing thing?
I love Will Downing.
They will. Okay.
I love Will Downing. I love jazz. I just love jazz. And like I said, with the songs that you hear today, there's a lot of screaming and hollering and for me, I would honestly say it kind of makes me feel a little stressful, a little tension, with a lot of that music. So therefore, I listen to, I love Mary Wilson as well, and I listen to the music that has meaning. They have
boy.
Yes.
Don't check out my albums. JLE World, JLE Experience.
I will do that.
Work out to it. You can ride out to it. You can
Definitely.
Music so we got the beat. We got the beat.
Yeah. Music.
Don't too loud, and it should.
Yeah. You gotta send that to me. Send it to me so I can listen to it.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Please.
I'm like, what up, though? That track is off. Yep. Last track on the second album.
I'm gonna have to do a post. I'm gonna have to do a post with your music in the background. How about that?
Do it. I guarantee you, like that boy, he'd be good. Yeah. We do a little something.
Awesome. I will definitely do that. Yes, music that definitely has meaning is what I look forward to. And jazz, it definitely relaxes me. It keeps me relaxed and just mellow and positive. So we could use more positivity in our lives every day and in this world.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we could use that. That's real talk. But we got the point of the show is promote you. We've been promoting you the whole show. Just the time period for you to market events you got coming up. The book coming out on the 13th.
Yes.
Do you?
Yes. Well, of course, as I stated before, my official book launch will be on December 13th at 11 a.m. on the Tisha Hammond's Pep Talk Show Live. So I will be promoting that and posting about that soon on my business page, which is on LinkedIn. It is Dr. K's Executive Essentials, L.L.C. So if I am not connected with you on LinkedIn, I welcome you to please send me a connection request. Let's connect. Let's engage on all things positive. Maybe there are some different types of events that we might be able to partner. Maybe our goals will align. You never know. So please send me a connection request on LinkedIn. Please follow my business page. And also relative to my business page as well, as I mentioned earlier on, Dr. K's Executive Essentials, LLC. I mentioned earlier on that I also do consulting work as well. So for organizations who might have opportunities for project management, you have opportunities for business development, if you have opportunities for speaking and engagements, I also do speaking and engagements as well. because of course I want to promote Black women, and I talk mainly about re-engaging women of color in the workforce after the pandemic. So ways that employers can support their DEI initiatives and keep those women engaged and, you know, within their organizations. And of course, my Queen Collaborative that will be coming up in the spring. It's a 6-week virtual session, and it will begin on April 20th. It runs through May 25th. It's every Thursday, once a week for 6 weeks, and the time is from 10 a.m. until noon. So I will be posting more about that as well. So I welcome you to, you know, join in on the conversations if you're interested in learning more about entrepreneurship, leadership. It is a introductory course. I have some fabulous presenters who are all of my great friends. These are some names. I'll just kind of shoot them out there. Jocelyn Giagrande is on the panel. Renate Matthews, of course, Miss Tisha Hammond, April McKee is on the roster as well. Nicole Freeman Kirkland, Camille Jamerson, and also Angela T. Moore. So these are some fabulous presenters who have a lot of knowledge to be able to share with women, and they can add that value there and continue to deposit those jewels into the crowns of Black women. So that's what I have going on for me at this point. It's a lot. It's a lot, but hey, it's all good.
Merchandise now. Great refocus. Need to
I need to take that. I need to make a note of that right now.
Yeah, make a note. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
All right. Now, last few questions. What is your biggest challenge on your journey?
Okay, let's see. My biggest challenge, I would have to say, and I'm gonna get a little bit personal here. My biggest challenge, I would have to say, on my journey has been overcoming my life story. Okay, so my life story meaning my past. Okay, so my past entailed physical abuse during my childhood. My past entailed teen rape, which ended in abortion as well. My past entailed divorce as well. So I would have to say that is my biggest challenge, which is overcoming my life story. And I think because, I'm determined not to allow my past to determine my present or my future. So I'm always with the mindset of doing the best that I can, giving the best of me to everything that I involve myself in, because I won't allow my past to define who I am. I define who I am and what I would like to be in this life. So I would have to say that my biggest challenge is overcoming my life story. Definitely, continuing to be positive and move forward and share my story with other individuals who may have gone through some of those same things, and just be a positive light for them to say, you don't have to be that person. Those things are in the past. That's not who you are. Okay. You don't have to be defined by those things. You can rise from those things and you can become very successful and you can be great as well.
Well, I want to be the first. You did a hell of a job overcoming all that. Real talk.
Thank you so much. It's from the heart. It's real. I told you from the very beginning, I'm just, I'm a real person. I'm going to share with you my heart and just tell you everything that hopefully will be a help to others.
You're doing a damn thing. Some people they'll be stuck right there. I mean, I've talked with people before and prayed with them. Like,
Yeah.
don't let it keep you in bondage.
Listen,
That ain't God's purpose for you.
that is not God's purpose for your life. It is not his purpose for your life. You have, there is so much more for you out there. If you would only believe, if you would stay focused, if you would stay determined, okay, don't lose faith. Take it day by day, because some days it might be hard. I'm not going to say everything is all roses and easy, because it hasn't been.
Demons gonna talk to you. They want you to stay in that room with them. They don't want you to leave and burn that thing to the ground. They don't want that.
Exactly. So
you're not in here living in pain. No, right. You get that gasoline and burn that damn thing to the ground. It's over. You moving forward.
Exactly. So just
I want that.
Stay positive, stay focused, and you can overcome all things.
So we do it all on this show, man. You're missing out if you ain't checking this one out. I can tell you that right now. Listen up. What has been your impact on your journey?
My impact on my journey, I would have to say, for me personally, I think I've learned a lot about myself throughout my journey. Because you learn things about yourself as you go through things. And the impact I feel in regards to the general public has been, the various women that I've been able to share my story with, share my knowledge with, and help them become better individuals. I mentor one young lady who actually, I met her at one of my previous positions.
Okay.
And she was going through a program there for like a medical biller. And for some unknown reason, she just became really, really attached to me, just out of the blue, became attached to me. And I don't know if she was connected to my spirit or my personality or my aura, my energy, whatever it was. But, she and I connected. And then I began to just talk to her about her schooling, education, and she began to share some things with me about her life, her children, some things that she was going through. And, I just became a listening ear for her. And then it came to a point to where it developed into a mentorship type of relationship. Now, this has been at least 5 years ago now. And, at one point she was going through, this program, medical biller program. And, I helped her stay on task, gave her advice in regards to how to navigate certain things. When I helped her get her first position, as a medical biller, and she was there for like a month and she wanted to quit. And I was able to inspire her and keep her on that path, just by, supporting her. And, through that position, she is now one of the top billers within that organization. She's still at that job. Still at that job. And she's one of the top billers. And she and I met for lunch here, I want to say probably about 2 months ago or so. And we hadn't seen each other since before the pandemic, because, a lot of people were indoors. We weren't visiting, things of that nature. So she and I met for lunch, and she was just in tears. Tears, and of course we embraced, and we had a great lunch. We were able to catch up and things of that nature. And, she was saying that if it wasn't for my support and mentorship, that she would not be where she's at today. So, and I just said to her that, I'm just very grateful and I'm thankful that I was able to pour into her to help her, be successful in her career. So, I do whatever I can to mentor and definitely, give back to others.
Yeah, I know Bishop Butler mid-service. He was talking about you never know who you might need to just at that point in time be a blessing to help.
That's right.
Might be
you
right
never know.
And Gina said she's sharing this everywhere.
Absolutely.
Trina Poole says,
Absolutely.
thank you, Dr. Noble. And Tisha Hamlin family just popped in and said hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Yes, you never know, with individuals that you come in contact with, even on a daily basis. You might be the only positive person that they come in contact with that entire day.
Yeah.
Okay. So I take that very seriously. I take it very seriously. So whenever I come in contact with individuals, I try to do my best to leave a positive impression, a positive vibe, with that individual,
Mm-hmm.
so that way they might be able to go on and have a better day. That's my
My
goal.
year, a lot of old school gave me game of protect your brand because you never know who watching you. So
That as well.
once I started looking at someone might be watching me to better themselves, like, well, but you want to be not your role model. So what you
That's
showing them? Some
right.
bull jab, or you showing them how to be great and awesome?
That's right.
So when I'm out
Absolutely.
in these streets, I'm trying
That's
to.
right.
It's how you should be doing it because I don't know who watching, so this might be the only game they ever get. But I saw how
That's
he did
right.
it. And he
Yeah,
was
you
on
might.
God. He did research, put some work in, and bam, like okay.
Yeah,
Those,
you
those
never
are
know
them.
who's watching you. There's someone that's, even right now taking notes and, being inspired by your work and also being inspired by, by my words. And, for that, I would like to say definitely thank you, for allowing me to express myself, to be on your show, to be able to pour into the community in a positive way.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, all of them are fire, but this guy just a little more sizzle to it. He brought that law thug game. Like this was out. We gonna help him. We gonna get it. Like okay, all right, I feel we gonna get it. Let's knock this
Yeah,
show down.
yeah. Yes, yes.
I'm with it. No problem. All right. Last question. What advice do you have for someone trying to find their purpose?
Well, I would say to individuals who are trying to find their purpose or a sense of purpose, um, I guess the first thing that I would say is definitely create a vision for yourself. I often say, you cannot be what you cannot see. You cannot be what you can't see. So create a vision for yourself. I know that the vision boards are very, very popular, and I would
Mhm.
encourage you to, do a vision board. I have a vision board. I write down things that I would like to accomplish, my goals, within my life. Looking at those goals every day, having that visual, number one, is inspirational. And
Mhm.
number two, it keeps you on track of your goals and it really gives you something to continue to work towards. So definitely create a vision for yourself is number one. Number two, I would say you want to consider topics, ideas, and different concepts that bring you joy. Okay. What brings you joy? What do you love to do? What things do you love to do? Okay. Um, what's your jam? What's your jam? What really gets you going? Okay. And then not only that, look at it from a perspective of the public. What do others need? Because again, we want to be able to pour into the community as well. So consider those different topics, ideas, and concepts. Ask yourself, what is it that you love to do? What's your jam? And then also, how can you give back to the community as well? And then I will also recommend joining those different communities. Okay. It's always good to have other individuals who share those same values with you, who share those common goals,
True.
those types of things. You can find a lot of different individuals to network with that you might be able to partner with, meet with individuals, maybe have a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, talk about different
Mhm.
goals that either one of you are aspiring to achieve, maybe even have a buddy system as well. So join those different types of communities where you might be able to meet some individuals that share some common goals. And then finally, I would say show your gratitude. Okay, show your gratitude, show your kindness. Be thankful for every day. Be thankful for your journey. Okay. Always stay positive, because I always say that positivity is half the battle of anything.
That's true.
So I would have to say that would be my advice for individuals who want to find their purpose or who want to have a sense of purpose. And then there was something else, one final word that I would like to share with you. And this is something that you posted today on LinkedIn, because I follow you as well.
I'll snap. Okay.
You posted this earlier today, and it says, today's a great day to start again on your purpose, your vision board, your health goals, reconnecting with family, protecting your mental health by doing something for yourself. Keep working, keep grinding, and keep praying. So I would like to close with that. And I think that those are all wonderful things that will also help you find a sense of purpose.
Well, I ain't expect you to do that one. It gave me speech for a minute. Yeah, he put me to do that too every day, to post those daily devotionals, which I'm a book, so someone can just have that on hand.
Absolutely.
Every morning, which I'm humbled by.
Absolutely. That helps you also find a sense of purpose. So I love that post. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, I used to want to stop doing it, but people say, man, it's helped me. Like, okay, I keep doing it.
It's helping. It's helping others, even others who might not even reach out to you. I guarantee you someone is seeing that post and they are being inspired. So continue to do so. Continue to post. Continue to uplift. We all need that.
Will do. Well, we want to thank this amazing guest, author, speaker, CEO, founder of the Queen Collaborative, and CEO, founder of Dr. K's Executive Essentials, L.L.C.
Yes.
Dr. Kordilia Noble, for all this great game she gave you. Watch the replay. If you was here live, you got it all fresh. You can take it in. Inspire you to go jump on something you ain't done yet. As usual, I'm going to finish up everything and post with all her links so you can go straight to it. Was it your first podcast or second or third?
Well, the next one will be with Tisha Hammond on her Pep Talk live on December 13th at 11 a.m. So I hope to see everyone there. It'll be the official book launch.
You have fun?
I had a great time.
Okay.
Great time.
Well, since you've been a part of the family, you're always welcome to come back. You want to?
Thank you.
You want to come back and talk strictly about the book once it's published this month?
Awesome.
We can figure something out. Maybe do the audio event. I've done that once. People like that on LinkedIn. Pretty cool.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Let's do that.
Let's definitely keep in touch. Keep in touch. I would definitely appreciate that.
All right, guys. Want people put something up. Sometimes I leave them out when I close it down. And yes, she is an amazing guest. Thank you. We're getting a lot of thank yous up here, boy. You somebody.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that everyone, logged in today to just, hear me talk about, my book and the Queen Collaborative. And I'm hoping that I was able to share some positivity and some inspiration with everyone today.
All right. Well, I'm going to get ready to put this together so I can post it and give her a copy. We got another great guest tomorrow, Nancy White. If you ain't watching live, you need to check the replay of this, share with people, because it get you fired up and go get on your grind. If you don't, I'm praying for you. She got that energy, like, hey, let's go, let's run the wall now. Let's tear it down. Let's go. She about that.
That's
action.
right. That's right. We're ready for some action.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Thank you. Bye now.
I love my city. Can't